Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Love After Lockup Season 5, Episode 46. It's titled Love Bombs. First, I would like to say Happy Veterans Day, and to all my fellow veterans, thank you for your service. Let's get started. Brittany and Keyrock, they are about to get married. Brittany pulled Keyrock aside and told him that she spoke with the PO, and the PO said getting married will not work in their favor. Keyrock did not look good anyway. His jacket was all crushed. He wasn't wearing a tie, and his pants leg were too long. He had to bunch them up to be above his shoe so that they wouldn't drag on the floor. He looked horrible anyway to be getting married. Brittany basically told him that she does not want to get married, and he walks off to think. She walks over to Coffee and her friend and blames not getting married. She blames not going through with the wedding on the PO. I am hot. I need some air. It's turning around. Hold on one second. There we go. Boom. There we go. All right. The fan spins this way and that way and this way and that way. So I had to wait until it was facing me to stop it so it could blow on me. Okay? Alright, so she blames not going through with the wedding on the PO. Keyrock is pissed. He claims he's going to Texas without Brittany. But we know he ain't going nowhere. Next, they are at Coffee's apartment, and Keyrock is fake packing for Texas. He is upset because Brittany waited until the last minute to tell him that she didn't want to get married. And I don't blame him. Why did she wait till she get to the altar to tell him that she didn't want to get married? And I know that this is a fake storyline, but we're going to write it all the way out. I'd be mad at her too. So while he's trying to fake pack, she's telling him that he's not going to Texas without her, so she sits on his suitcase so he can stop packing. Then he gets upset and walks outside, and she follows him outside, and they argue, and they're walking, and they're arguing, and she finally convinced him not to go to Texas without her. She convinced him to wait another week before going to Texas, just in case she hears about her, she gets word that she can go to Texas as well. Next, we have Bianca and I want to call him David, and Daniel. Daniel said he found a job at a moving company. Everybody always find a job at a moving company, right? The next time I move, I'm going to be thinking, are these guys criminals? Bianca is so selfish, though. She'll take him to work, but she don't want to pick him up from work. She's such an idiot. She's such an asshole. What else does she have to do? She's not working. So you may as well take him, pick him up, and drop him off. She's such an ass. So he said he'll take a Uber. So she does drop him off at work, and he meets his co-workers, and I guess his boss. I guess that guy was his boss. How does that come? He's meeting his boss for the first time. They're shaking hands. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I don't know. Didn't he get interviewed by him? Maybe he got interviewed online. Who knows? Then we see Bianca. She's at a game store, and she's FaceTiming with her roommate. The same roommate she told us was jealous of her. And she invites the roommate to come to visit her. And she said Daniel has no say in it because he don't pay no bills up in the damn house. So Daniel has no say whether or not they have somebody come visit them or not. She told her friend that her and Daniel, they argue because he gives her a lot of attitude. Alexa, stop. I had an alarm set and it's going off. Okay, she stopped. Yeah, she said he gives her a lot of, they argue because he gives her a lot of attitude. I think it's the other way around. I think she gives him a lot of attitude. She told her friend that it's his way or the highway. And she doesn't think he even wants to marry her anymore. In her confessional, she said she thinks Daniel is taking advantage of her. She said she feel like his sugar mama because she gave him a roof over his head, and she gave him money while he was in prison. And now she's paying for everything. He doesn't have a job yet. Bianca, what do you want him to do? I was about to call her another name. She said she does not want to be his sugar mama. She wants to be his wife. How do you want to be his wife when you won't pick him up from work and you have nothing else to do? And then she never once mentioned, she said all these negative things about Daniel to her friend. And she had said all these negative things about Daniel to his cousin. She never ever says anything nice about Daniel. Never ever. She didn't even say, well, he does have a job. He did get a job. She didn't even say that. Bianca only thinks of Bianca. So Daniel gets off work and he needs a ride. He's calling her. She's ignoring all his calls. So then he ends up calling an Uber. She's in the store buying some damn game or some toy or whatever. He comes home and she's home and he's all sweaty and he sits on the couch. And she doesn't want him sitting on the couch sweaty. But he don't care. He's going to sit on that couch sweaty. He don't care. She asked him how did he get home. He said that he took a very expensive Uber. But she doesn't care. In their confessional, she told him that she is not going to drive him all the time. And then we found out that his job is only part-time. And Bianca was hoping he got a full-time job because she wants more time for herself. She says she wants more time for herself. But she confuses me. She said she wants more time for herself, but she wants a baby. How do you want a baby, but you want more time for yourself? If you have a baby, the baby takes up all your time. All your time. It's all about the baby, it ain't about you. You got to find time to shower. You got to find time to fix yourself something to eat. You got to find time to sleep because that baby is be sleeping 1 minute, up the next minute, want to be changed, want to be fed, want to be held. It's all about the baby when you have a baby. So how do you say you want more time for yourself, but you want a baby? Girl. But last episode, she told her friend, her male friend, to come visit her because she's lonely. But now she says she needs time for herself. Bianca don't know what the hell she want. She don't know what she want. And then Daniel found out that she spent $140 on some toy. And he's shocked. He can't believe she spent $140 on a toy. So Bianca told us that she has money from her settlement. So spending $200 ain't nothing but a thing for her. Daniel told us that she does have a settlement, but when that mess run out, who's going to support her spending habit? He said, not me. I know that's right, Daniel. I know that's right. Next, we have Justine and Michael. I can turn this off. Now I'm getting cold. I'm at that age when I get hot, I get cold, I get hot, I get cold. You know what that is. Anywho, Justin and Michael, they get home after talking to the lawyer, and they sit down to talk, and Michael told her that he was offended that she wanted her daughter to have custody of her kids if something were to happen to her. He thinks he can handle everything if something were to happen to her. He thinks he can handle it all. Justine told him that he couldn't even handle the recent situation between her son and his son. She said that was too much for you. He told her that she is trying to unblend a family like a piece just fell out of the blender. And I thought that analogy was so great. I thought that was such a great analogy. Who would have thought that Mike was that deep? I see now how he comes up with his lyrics. How, he comes up with lyrics for his rap. But Justin still don't believe that he can handle it. Next, Michael told us that his mother's house completely burned down. And she lost everything. So guess what? Now she's moving to Vegas to live with them. But the thing is, Mike's mom does not know that Justine is pregnant again. They have been keeping it from her because they know she won't be happy about it. So next, Michael went to the bus station to pick up his mom, brought her to the house, and everybody greets her. She greets Justine, but Justine is sitting down with a blanket or a pillow over her belly because she doesn't want to tell the mother. They're so terrified of telling the mother. What's the big deal? If she's upset, then the hell she's upset. Who cares? The baby's in your belly. The baby's there. You can't do nothing about it now. Next, we have Kimberly and Joey. Kimberly took Joey's advice and found a lawyer online. So they go to see this lawyer. The lawyer asked a bunch of questions. And one of the questions she asked Kimberly was, how long have you been separated from your husband? Kimberly said a year. The lawyer said, have you been seeing him? Have you all had any, have y'all reconciled during that year? She goes, no. I don't believe her. I think they hooked up during that year. I think they did. I don't believe her. And Joey don't believe her either. Kimberly asked the lawyer if she were to buy a house while she's still married, would the husband be entitled to half the house? The lawyer said, hell yeah. The lawyer said, get a divorce and then buy a house. Have a divorce date, the day of your divorce, and then have a closing date. Don't have a closing date and then have a divorce. Do it the other way around. In other words, Justine, get your divorce first and then buy your house. Then Kimberly asked the lawyer if her ex-husband would have rights to her child if they found out that the child wasn't his. That poor lawyer, she's like, God damn it, I thought I was going to have a good day today. This damn crazy lady with all these damn problems. The lawyer told her, she said, has your husband been paying child support? Kimberly said, yeah. The lawyer said, well, if it's found out that it's not his child, he may ask for his child support back. For all that child support he paid, he may want that shit back. Kimberly was like, I can't afford to pay that back. Damn, Joey said, don't worry about it. We'll pay him $10 a month until we pay it off. You ain't got to worry about that, Kimberly, because that baby is not Joey's baby, okay? So you ain't got that to worry about at all. Next up, we have Teenie and Rob. We left Teenie and Rob arguing about her spending money on swimming passes or water park passes for the kids. She should have consulted him first, but she didn't. So he got pissed. He went for a walk. He came back into the house. She apologized for not consulting him about spending the money. Then he said, okay, but why you got to throw up the fact that I have to get rid of the tattoo of my ex? Why you got to throw that up when we already discussed it? And I said I already told you I was going to get rid of it. So she apologized to him for that too. At first I was liking Teenie over the mother, but now those two, I don't like either of them, mother or Teenie. I think they're both money-grubbing heifers. They want Rob to work and break his back and give them money. They both want that. They're more alike than they think. So Rob he's stressed out with that damn Teenie. He's tired of her, so he goes to see his father. His father is a short little man. Short. So they talked about the fight that the mother and Teenie had, and Rob told his father that his mother put her hand on Teenie. No, Teenie put her hand on the mother first. So the father said, yeah, she's immature. Told Rob his mother is immature. I mean, she is immature, but still, she didn't start the fight. So So Rob said the streets was more peaceful than his home. I know when his mother hear that, she's going to feel like a crappy mother. If the streets was more peaceful to him than his actual home. So we found out that Rob's father is also a criminal. He was locked up in 1992. In 1992, I was in the military. Oh, I'm getting a message from one of my friends. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, in 1992, I was in the military. Anyway, he said he got a break and got out on a pre-parole. But he messed up and went back on a murder charge. But then he was found not guilty on this murder charge. They called the father going to prison and Rob going to prison a generational curse. So they got to break this generational curse. It's not a generational curse. You did something wrong and you went to prison. It's not a curse. You did something wrong. I mean, anywho, at least he has a father to go talk to. He has one parent he can talk to because he can't talk to his mother. So at least he has a parent that he can go talk to. So next we found out that Teenie got a paralegal position. Way to go, Teenie. I was doubting you. I was doubting that she was going to get a job or if she even wanted a job. But you did it, girl. I'm happy to say I was wrong. So, Teeny and Rob, they went out for date nights. And now that she has a job, Rob wants to have a baby. Can't you wait a couple of years, Rob? That's too soon. You just got out of jail. She just got a job. Now you want to have a baby? Calm down. Chill out. But hey, it's your life. You do you. So after their date night, they go home. They drink wine. They light candles. They gave their condoms to the camera person and kicked the camera person out of the room. Last but not least, we have Zaria and Troy. They go to a weed store. Troy is extremely excited. He told us that he started smoking weed when he was 12 years old. And he said he's been smoking weed ever since. And he seems proud. Zaria showed us her favorite weed. It's called TLC pills. There's some TLC pills. They're called Bliss and Love. She liked those. They don't have any money to pay rent, but they have money for weed. I don't know how much weed costs. I've never bought weed before in my life. I don't plan on ever buying weed. I'd rather spend my money on my bills, an outfit, groceries, a nice restaurant, or maybe a trip. Take a trip somewhere with this money that they're spending this weed on. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I just don't understand you saying you're broke and you can't pay your rent, but the first thing you do is go spend money on a psychic and the weed store. Troy said he is trying to get higher than his mother. Why? Why, Troy? Why? But I thought Troy was on probation. Wasn't he wearing an ankle monitor and everything? He's on TV smoking up the weed. Talking about weed and smoking up the weed. I don't know. Then they go to the park to light up the weed, and Zaria thanked Troy for adopting her son. Troy cries. They hug. They say, I love you. Then Zaria told us that she wants to have a child. This episode should have called Baby Making. Zaria wants a child. Rob wants a child. Who's having a child? Justin and what's his face is having a child. Justin and Michael's having a child. Bianca says she wants a child. Everybody wants a kid. So Zaria told us that she wants to have a child with Troy. She said she stopped taking her birth control pills because they were breaking out her face. She said, but Troy don't know that she stopped taking her birth control pills. Troy said he don't want a child right now. He wants to get stable financially before he think about having a child. She told him that she's 32 years old and she does not want to wait too long to start having another child. So next, Troy and what's her son's name? Isaiah. That's Zaria's son. They're going to a science museum. They're all excited to be going to the science museum when Troy's mother called and said, we got a problem. We didn't find out what the problem was. The show went off, and that was the end of the episode, and this is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.